Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Get it! Cougar 19!
Here's A-Chain to begin the drive.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Right back to A-Chain on second down.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
You talk about this Miami defense.
Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
Ready.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but we think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Let's go now.
First down. 1st and 10.
A-Chain on 1st and 10.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
at the 17-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Hey, Smith.
In motion, Hill.
Ready.
On second down, a run by A-Chain. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off play action, Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. QB sneak, Richardson. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right? Why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Ready.
Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Ready.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ready.
They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's another Dolphins first down.
A-Chain here. They stay on the ground. Credited with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Dolphins in a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. That's what.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cedric Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, Hooker.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
What about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Shrugs it off. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Richardson looking to throw this. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. A give up the middle to A-Chain.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Richardson to the air on first down.
Flushed out right. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score.
Anthony Richardson
keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hooker. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Now it's Richardson. They set up the screen to A-Chain.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Richardson.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A final shot before the half. Richardson. And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Throwing. Hooker. Right side to Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's brought down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Now the try here for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Next to score, Dolphins 14, Lions 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
On the jump.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And that will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Lions will take over. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Hooker's going to throw it.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Emmanuel Agnew that time, able to drop him for a loss.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Emmanuel Agba drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Now Hill to return it. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
A-Chain gets it from the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 36.
110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
They give to A-Chain on the option.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. Liking 18. Ready.
Now Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
John Kaminsky
just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
A-Chain now up the middle.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
48-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Hooker. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Come on, come on.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hooker. Throwing left sideline there.
Trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Go.
Now it's the backup Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. And he will find his man, Samuel. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet, not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's Goff. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Montgomery will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
17. Lions 14.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From his end zone, Wilson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Wilson with a first down carry.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
They'll run again.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They run for it. A-Chain. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 41-yard line.
Again, it's A-Chain. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.